Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. And I can read it, but the way they speak, it's impossible. It's
French?
imagine Mexicans, but worse. Not Mexican speaking. Not Mexican speaking
The Mexican
French.
people itself, or
The way they speak Spanish very fast, and they cut off the word.
There you
Oh, I
go.
did. I'm
Okay,
sorry. I
okay.
did. I wasn't
Now we
racist.
know.
You gotta be specific. You gotta be Pacific. Be Pacific. Be Pacific.
Specify.
When you're being racist, be Pacific.
Doesn't make sense.
I did. I got banned, and he owns 2 rooms, so technically I'm banned from those 2 rooms.
Is it
Dang
local? Is it
it.
local here or
Not in Jacksonville. No, it is in Florida. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Is
The
it-
closest one's Palm Coast,
Nice.
and then the other one is New Smyrna Beach.
I went
Oh,
to
wait
high
a sec. Oh my gosh, I remember now. That was you.
Okay.
I remember. I remember. I'm so glad you're on this podcast right now. This is our big break, Flo. That we were waiting.
Ooh, yes.
Do you know anything about that?
I want to know more.
Oh my God.
I'm
So I
excited.
remember.
You clap, I clap, she claps, we all
Just one clap.
all together.
Yes, we're gonna count 2 or 3 once Flo is ready.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
I was
Is
going
that
to
a
post
dude?
it.
Oh, you gotta post it now?
I was.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Awesome. Yay.
Yay.
Welcome everybody to the Psst, Did You Hear That podcast with me, Imre, and
So funny.
yay.
Yeah.
And tonight's guest is JPAW from Jacksonville.
JPAW.
Woo.
What's up, guys?
What up? What
All
up?
right. Let's dig into the donuts then.
Yes. Cheers.
While I come up with some
Cheers.
questions.
Clink,
All right. This is the messiest.
clink.
This is the messiest the table ever looked on so
It's
far.
going to look bad, yeah.
It's fine. It doesn't matter.
No, I know.
They cannot hear it on
It's
the
okay.
air.
The label's facing me for this plant.
There you go.
Yeah, because the camera is on that side.
There you
so I
go.
better-
Should I remove this?
Unless you want.
It's,
it could
I
be
mean,
a
don't clean up
sponsor.
now.
It's gonna be a sponsor
Yes.
one day.
Krispy Kreme,
Also
please.
Dailies. Product placement.
There it is.
And California, please sponsor us. That's awesome. Thank you for the donuts, Flo.
Yes, thank you, Flo.
Dessert.
Awesome.
Sugar
I had
addict,
ice cream today, which I rather with frozen yogurt, which I rather do. But hey, cool ice cream, you know. So awesome. Welcome, JPAW. So I was just thinking, when was the first time I met you? It was years ago. I think we met in Orlando. Do you remember
probably.
Tin Roof?
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's where we
that
met.
was the first time we met. Yep.
Yeah.
Ah,
That was
'cause,
around. And I didn't know you were from Jacksonville. Like, I thought you were in Orlando coming from a long time.
Because your friend was on the show, right? That's why you were there?
Yeah, I had a friend who was on the show, but I was also later on that same show.
Okay.
But now I don't remember if I was on that show when we met or it was.
I think it was just your friend was on the show,
Yes.
and I had left
Oh, probably.
after. Yeah, because that was a.
It was an
it was a
okay show.
rough show.
Was it a rough
It was a
show?
rough
I enjoyed the pictures. It was on a
yeah.
huge stage with
So
a
nice.
huge backdrop of tin
I think
roof,
it's a tin roof, like in like those like metal cutout, like light up letters and stuff.
massive letters.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for like a good backdrop.
Yeah.
picture.
Backdrop.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
me
I'll go
too.
there. The show is complete. I don't know what words are we allowed to say.
Yeah, or you can say this is
Whatever
Okay,
the
okay, cool.
fuck you want.
Cool. That's what I thought. I want to make sure, but it was a complete shit show. Lovely people that ran it, but it was just like such a big room.
huge room.
Huge
because it's a
room.
it's a concert room. So for concerts,
And it was a comedy night.
comedy night,
Yep.
they have the concert speakers, so you are like God. Sounding-
Okay.
It's huge.
High
What is-
stage.
High stage.
High stage.
Super high stage. Like
Yeah.
you can
But the crowd was
you can
not-
commit suicide from that high.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was, I think on the show that we were together on, or, because they did an early show and then they did like
Yes.
a 9 o'clock or
Right.
10 o'clock
It
show.
was a late show, yeah.
And you might have some people at one show and not at the other or whatever. And you're out there barking for people to come in and trying to, just
Yeah.
grab randos.
I know
Hey,
that
comedy.
feeling.
Yeah.
come in.
Hey, free comedy, and it's at it was at the Eye in Orlando. So it's a very heavy tourist attraction.
It's like an outside mall kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's a very heavy tourist area. A lot of people with kids. So
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
and you could hear outside because they have
Yeah.
speakers outside too. So
Yeah.
yes,
and like they have like the roll up garage doors. So like, so you could kind of like hear but when I saw that backdrop of the stage,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get on that show.
Yep. I did 2 shows with them.
I think I
The
did
first one
something.
was good, like really good. We had audience, they were laughing, it was good. The second one, I'm not kidding, I think we had 2 people. And they were out of towners. Like, what in the world? And it's in, just like JPAW said, like so many tourists and people, and nobody came in. I don't know what happened. But then later the show went on. Anyway, I don't know if I had to do anything with it, but they did cancel the show.
I would like to think we had something to do with it being canceled. I want to be canceled somewhere.
Right. If it is in Orlando, let it be.
Yeah. So yeah, I do remember that. That was.
And that was a long freaking time ago.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I feel like it was like during the summer too, right? So that's why there probably was even more tourists. It was like summertime.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was like summery time. So obviously nobody wants to be inside watching comedy, with like 10 people talking about what we talk about.
Yeah. Especially
just,
in Orlando, like, they're tourists. So they're there to have fun. Like if I go out of town, I mean, maybe I would go see comedy. Maybe not. I don't know. Like I love comedy. So I'm probably by now I would.
I mean, most of the time if I'm out of town, I'm probably already there for comedy.
Yeah, a good point.
If I go to New York, I definitely want to see comedy.
Yeah.
But maybe depends on the city you're traveling to.
I mean, if you go to a big city,
For the average person, I mean.
They have some, but they have some kind of comedy scene. Like, we know open mics and we will find it if we want to.
Us, yeah. But like if like a tourist is going to go visit somewhere, I don't.
Yeah, when I was not into comedy, like I enjoyed watching it, but I was not seeking it out.
Because like New York, if they're known for it and you're visiting, let's go see a comedy show, but sometimes that thought doesn't cross your mind if you're like in like Panama City Beach or something.
Right.
Oh yeah,
is comedy here? Like,
yeah,
I'm here to eat dinner. What?
Right.
And New York was crazy. I was just walking on the street. There was this Irish pub or something, and they had a little flyer. It said Dave Attell tonight, 8 p.m. I'm like, what? Because that's where they are. That's where it's all. There is always comedy there. Every second corner, somebody's doing something. Very fun. So yeah. So how did you get into comedy? First question, usually.
How did I get into comedy? Well, I did theater in high school and college, and I always wanted to do comedy. Like I've always loved it. I've always, tried to make people laugh. I've always watched it and everything. And I was actually at a club, and the guy that I was telling you about earlier when I got here, that he lived around the corner.
Yeah.
I was at a club, the Pearl, if y'all remember the Pearl.
Oh, the Pearl, yeah.
Yeah, the Pearl,
I do remember the Pearl.
Yeah, so I met this guy at the Pearl, and he also had season tickets behind me at the Jaguar games.
Oh.
And we were talking, and he's like, oh, yeah, I just got done doing a comedy show. And I was like, wait, like performing at one? He goes, yeah. I'm like, I want to do that. How do you do that? And he kind of laughed it off. He's like, oh, yeah, I know whatever. I'm like, no, seriously.
No, seriously.
I want to do this. And I started at the Pit in the Jack's Beach.
Okay.
And it was
I think I heard about it.
It was a hard rock emo venue.
Mm-hmm.
And it was painted black walls. It was a gas station converted
to
a concert venue. Very lightly. I feel like DMX actually performed there one time.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
no, it was, some wild stuff happened in there. But it was off of Beach Boulevard, and I performed there on Monday nights because they didn't have any concerts on Monday nights. So, let's do a comedy show. So I started there at the Pit. How many every years ago now? But yeah, I started there. And now that place has been leveled out, and it's a pharmacy, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Something better, I guess.
yeah. It was rough. I did there a few times, and I probably did comedy, like open mics for like a year before I started like trying to get booked places, or did the workshop at the Comedy Zone and stuff like that.
Oh, so you are one of the OG Comedy Zone people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely seen you at the Comedy Zone several times. I just don't know the timeline because I was definitely like, I remember when, I found out that you are in Jackson. I'm like, whoa, I'd never seen you at any of the open mics, but I also never seen any of the other Comedy Zone comics at the open mic. Some of them came out sometimes, but it was more like a separate group,
Yeah, I was very sporadic at that point. Like, I mean, because I did open mics for a year, like just, hard. And then when I started the workshop, I was going to them frequently, and then I wasn't doing a lot of comedy at all for a while. I mean, I was doing like the monthly shows at the Comedy Zone, but I was just kind of like, you know.
You don't know.
I was like, I wasn't like seeking opportunities. And I probably didn't really start trying harder on some of the bookings until after COVID.
Oh, okay.
COVID happened. And then when, you know, my day job allowed me to get more flexible.
Right.
I was like, okay, well, you know, let's test it, because when COVID happened, like we had talked about the other day, I didn't do any of the virtual shows.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
I refused.
Yeah, me too.
I couldn't. I was like, my heart already hurts. Like, I can't
That was majority of the people.
Yeah.
Like that they were like, I'm not doing this.
I couldn't.
It's not the same.
So when everything started opening back up again, I was like, okay, I miss it, but I'm gonna give it one more try and see if it misses me.
Sure.
Right. And if it doesn't, move away from it, and if not, keep going. And I'm still here.
I'm glad you stayed. But that's how it is. I don't know, with comedy, I'm one of those people, I have 1,000 hobbies, and I pick something up, I'm really into it for like 2-3 months, and then I drop it. And then not drop it forever, but you know, I come back to it later. There are several things, like comedy is one of them that's stuck, and the other is music. I still going back to music. I still mess around with music, but mostly it's comedy. I just love doing it.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. But the Zoom mics were something else.
I applaud anybody who did them. I really do, because people kept trying to get me to do it, and I was like, what am I going to talk about?
I did one. And I think there's still some comedy places that have that, like that they maybe
it's still going on.
Right, it's still going. I did do it, and it's like you don't have any audience.
Did you hear them at all, or no? Because I know some of them you can hear.
So like some of them, right? You can turn the mics on and unmute, but no, not when it was a show.
Oh no!
I know.
No.
It was you're silent in front of a camera. Yeah, I forgot I did do that once. Yeah, that was fucked up.
You buried it like
Yeah,
way
it's
down. Yeah. Sorry, we brought that.
Tears are coming down.
Yeah.
That was traumatizing.
That was a suppressed memory that just got uncovered for you. We're sorry. Because like I couldn't. And then some people are like, oh, well, you know, like record your joke as a TikTok, right? Because TikTok was, you know, and so I tried a few times, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I applaud you guys for doing the virtual.
I did it just because of the fear of, I felt like if I'm going to stop writing, then I'm going to quit comedy. And that put enough fear in me that I kept writing and I kept performing even on Zoom mics. And then I met a lot of people this way. So I have friends, you know, in LA, all over the place pretty much.
That's cool.
Even outside of the country, because everybody was coming, well, not everybody, but a bunch of people was coming to the Zoom mics doing it. And I got booked in Canada and stuff like that because of Zoom mics.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm sorry. I was booked on a Zoom show in Canada.
Oh, see, that's all right. Little asterisk there.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, no, I said it wrong.
Like, man, that is so cool.
And then, never mind.
It was a good show. We had a good, like, 40, 50 people. And, you know, we said, hey, I'm
comedians or audience?
Oh, no. The comics were...
Well, we have to ask that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comics were like 3 of us. Like 4.
Oh, wow.
It was an actual show. This guy put it up who was from Canada. And he just started... He was writing pretty good jokes, but he wanted a show for himself. And he accidentally saw me at a Zoom show. And he was like, hey, can you do the same set in 2 weeks from now on my show? I'm like, all right, do you want me to do something else? No, do the exact same set. He was very specific about that. So I had to do the exact same set. It was very fun.
Joke's on you. I always do the exact same set.
So it was fun. And then he was trying to push it to Amazon, but unfortunately it fell through. So I'm like,
wow.
like the Amazon the Prime thing. It would have been awesome.
That
My
would've
first thing, you know, on TV, a Zoom mic. I don't care what it is. It's a credit.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's like when some of them, they're like, hey, do you want to be like an actor or whatever, extra on this? And I'm like, oh, well, we can't pay you, but it could be a credit. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, it's a credit.
Yeah,
sure.
We all have
I'll
credits on IMDb, right?
Yeah.
Cheers.
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, cheers.
I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you do.
I should. Cheers.
We need to, because you did the zombie thing, right? Mm-hmm. We should. I told you. Sound so. Yeah.
I did. We all did.
We all did.
We were all
but
there.
Yeah, I got a speaking role. Sorry.
He should figure out some way to put the credits on there. I told him, I'm like, you need to be able to figure that out.
What do you mean the credits on there?
He should be able to put that film on there.
I think it's on there, isn't it?
With our names, no.
I'm not gonna Google it now.
Oh, I'm looking right now.
Right? Yeah. Well,
Because there's another one that I did.
I was on IMDb beforehand, so I don't know if this was added to my
humble brag.
Okay.
It's funny because I was not even acting. I was a voiceover in a movie.
Oh, that's cool.
No, it's still pretty cool.
I mean, when I look up JPAW, Paw Patrol comes up. So, kind of a big deal, guys. Yeah, it's like Paw Patrol. Because I actually did another one that was really fun with Adam and Monique Madrid. Do you know them? They're part of our local film festival people. They do the LOL.
Oh yeah,
Film
of
Fest.
course.
Yeah. And the 48-hour film festival.
I think
Really
I met
cool
him at a
people.
film bar once.
Yeah,
Monday.
probably. Yep, very cool people. And I did their Let Me Be Corey film. It was a featured film. That was their first featured film. And I think we did that during COVID, if I'm not mistaken. It was Mother's Day. I remember that, my scene. And we were at the Secret Tiki Temple off of Bay Meadows.
Okay.
And I was a bartender.
Nice.
Yeah, and I had 2 lines.
There you go.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I'm supposed to have IMDb credits for it, so not to brag, not to brag, but yeah. So that was a lot of fun actually going there and seeing a whole production. I mean, they got the boom mics, they got the cameras,
the whole deal.
They got the whole,
That's cool.
the clap marker,
Yeah, the clap marker. Is that what it's called? The clap marker?
Yeah, I think it's called a marker.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I only been on one shoot. I only been on one shoot, so I don't know what it's called. Let's call it the clap marker.
I think it's a marker. I don't know. Seeing clappy boardy thingy.
So I've been on different shoots because I work for a production company in Tampa. I was a computer guy.
Okay.
And sometimes they needed extras. And I was so bad that I couldn't be even an extra. I was just doing stupid stuff on the camera behind everybody.
Like that guy looks weird.
No, that's exactly what happened. Like
Ricky Bobby, just like don't know what to do with your hands.
Yeah, it's like so weird. And like we were shooting this soccer commercial or something, and the guy was like looking at me, the other extra. He's like, "Hey, let's do a chest bump." I'm a foreigner. I don't know what a chest bump is. So I'm like, okay. I just said, okay. I'm like, I will figure it out. And I'm standing there, and this guy just starts humping my shoulder because he was next to me.
He's like, do it back.
Yeah, so he was like, oh. And it
He's
was
just like
hilarious.
staring at him.
So that got cut out. So I sent it to my grandma.
part.
Pigeon chesting your
Yes,
shoulder.
that's exactly what it looked like. It was hilarious. And all you can see from the shot is just my ear. Like they somehow cut everything out. It was hilarious.
I actually have a video. I have a few of them that I've done for work, like at my actual job.
Yeah.
And right now there's one on our homepage. So you bring it up, and it's like literally the worst still picture of me ever. I hate it so much. But the video is fun to do. And I'm on a new team right now for an interim assignment. And they actually don't know that I do stand-up. Like, it just hasn't come up to where,
They don't know. No,
they don't know. And so they're all watching the video and they're like, oh my God, you were so funny. You did so great. Da, da, da. And I'm like,
I know.
Yeah. Like, they're cool,
Come to my show. Oh, no, that's okay.
Right. Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah,
I didn't even tell you the date. I am. I'm just so busy. I'm so busy.
Yeah.
I know. I hesitated for a long time before, like, inviting coworkers. Because I feel like it's 2 separate lives for me, at least.
Oh, for you, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did invite them, but they haven't come out. 3 of them. 3.
I've had some from old teams or whatever while I was on there, like they've come out or whatever. But my favorite, like when they find out, like, oh, are you going to use that in your act?
Yes.
Do you talk about work? I'm like, no, health insurance isn't funny. Like, no, I don't talk about work. Like, I don't talk about, how you couldn't get off of mute 20 times. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't talk about us at all. Nobody knows I have a job out there in the comedy world. Nobody knows I have a job. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't talk about job either.
No.
It's not funny. Unfortunately.
I mean, yeah, for the stuff that we do, I mean, like for you,
I
gold mine.
I should have more
material, actually. That's a gold mine. Actually, yeah. Mine, especially now that I work from home 90% of the time, I'm just like,
that's gonna be hard to pull from what
the water cooler talk.
Right.
You're just talking to yourself.
Right. And like one of the ones I thought was funny, but I saw it on a meme later on. I'm like, okay, we can't do that. But it was like, how Zoom meetings are like a seance.
Okay.
And so it's like, Barbara, are you there? Barbara, if you can hear us, like say something, So I've seen that like as a meme-ish. And I'm like, oh, well, shit, I can't do that now.
That's funny.
But yeah, I'm like, every time I hear, I'm like, yep. And between that and this girl today on this call, if she could have said, one more time, I was going to come through the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, right.
It was every other word, and like, I was like,
ears are burning.
yeah. I'm like, my snapped episode for sure. Well, because somebody used the audible of too many times in one conversation.
It's funny you said that because I have a YouTube video where I talk about how I organize my jokes. It's in an Excel sheet, blah, blah, blah.
Is it Excel sheet?
I have an Excel sheet of
thousands.
Thousands of
notebook.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
So I have this video and I recorded it. It's like 5-7 minutes, not that big of a deal. I'm rewatching it and I use every 5-7 seconds.
Oh, no.
So I put an counter on it. Like, it just goes up and up and up to like, I don't know. I even cut a bunch of them out and it's still like 50 something in a 7-minute video.
Oh, no. God.
But I was like, I'm not going to reshoot it. It was just annoying. Yeah. But I put like an counter, which is funny. Yeah.
Now,
so I'm like, put it out.
Is there translation like in your language? Do you guys say
We don't say we say so it's saying it's
so you don't do that one anymore?
No, because I speak I try to speak English.
We all do. Because the same conversation today, the girl said Pacific, and I also wanted to.
Pacific. Oh, nice.
She was like, well, I don't know if I could. I forget what the context even was. I blacked out when she said Pacific, and I don't have the best grammar in the world.
But that's the basic.
We're in a professional setting.
Yeah. What burns my ears is frustrated, and I'm like, it's frustrated.
Frustrated?
Yeah,
now that's all I'm gonna hear.
Frustrated.
I don't think I've
You're gonna hear it all the time now. Just wait.
It's
gonna happen tomorrow.
Like,
I definitely hear library. People say library or something. Yeah, some weird stuff.
Library.
I don't think I've ever frustrated, but
all the time.
I can't say cinnamon.
Cinnamon. Mm-hmm.
I have to say it like very.
Like you are thinking about, you are learning the word right now.
Yeah, and so I also worked at Sonny's when I was a teenager, and we had cinnamon butter.
Okay.
So I'd be like, for like a sweet potato or something like that. So I'd be like, do you want butter? Do you want minimum butter? Like mumble it as fast as I can. Like, what's the other butter? I'm like, fuck. Like, the brown butter. Do you want white butter or brown butter? What butter
brown
do you
butter.
want? And like when I was in high school, I didn't know, swear to God, I had no idea until I was 18 years old that I said crown instead of crayon.
Oh, wow.
Not a clue.
And nobody corrected you for it?
Corrected me.
Well, that's an accent, isn't it?
Maybe.
Pretty interesting.
I don't know. I thought so, maybe. Wow. And so I was in a stagecraft class, and I asked my teacher, who I love this teacher very much. So I'd be like, hey, Mr. Reed, where are the crowns? And he was like, what? Crowns. He's like looking at me like I am just absolutely insane. And I'm like, how do you not understand what I'm saying?
I want a crown.
Yeah. He's like, do you want something to place on top of your head? And I'm like, no. Like, he's like, oh, you mean crayon? I'm like, what have I been saying? Wait, what was I saying?
So wait a second. You were asking for crayons when you were 18?
Yeah, because I had to draw. We had to make yes, okay. Because I was in class for stagecraft and had to design costumes.
Oh, okay.
So I was coloring the costumes.
Gotcha.
If you really need the detailed explanation, Imre, of what
I
happened.
do, and I'm like, who is using it?
Yeah, and so I was like, where are the crowns? And Mr. Reed was like, what's a crown? I'm like, how do you not know? That's weird.
Guys, the crown. Guys.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, who else is with me? Anybody? And then he also knew I couldn't say cinnamon. So for this, me and this teacher had a great relationship. He was hilarious. For my senior, he got me a gift when I graduated, and it was a cinnament candle and a box of crayons. That's funny. Yeah.
That's
so I
funny.
mean, but I was like, I went home. I was like, why didn't anybody ever tell me?
That is crazy. Because they were like, oh, she's so adorable when she says crayons.
Yeah, they probably got like a cute accent or something.
Because you're in the art field, right? Mm-hmm. Do they say crowns or crayons?
No, they
crayons. Everybody says crayons.
Listen. Listen. Not everybody, apparently. Okay.
You're trying to put people on your side. Do they say crayons or crayons?
I'm just asking. I grew up on the west side, so maybe that was what failed me.
That's what I wanted to mention your Jaguars t-shirt because you're always in a Jaguar shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And tonight, no. You're wearing a North Carolina.
I have my jacket.
You're wearing a North Carolina Comedy Festival, not even a neighboring state.
I have my jacket on. I'm mad at them this week, but I have my jacket, my Jaguars jacket.
Oh, yeah. So I don't follow what we are doing.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm still a fan. I'm just mad.
No, you gotta be I think you gotta be a fan more than when they are winning. You know what I mean? Like that's what you are truly a fan when you are like your team and they are losing.
We did that for
15 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say our team's like almost 30 years old, so like about half that time. Yeah. No, I'm still obviously DTWD as we say in the streets. Duval till we die.
Oh, is that? I was like running through so many.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what don't I know?
What would Washington do? I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so I have my jacket.
We believe
my tattoo. But, yeah, I have a tattoo. So that's all.
So you're a diehard fan. That's good. They need that.
You can turn it into a panther. Isn't there a Panther team?
There is, but they are trash.
They're worse than the Jaguars.
Yes, they've only won one game this year. So the Carolina Panthers, they are.
Then you're already wearing the shirt.
I am. They actually were an expansion team the same time we were. So that's football trivia for it.
Yeah, you are throwing out words that I have. What the heck is an extension team?
This is a vocab lesson.
So we had like the United States, and not everybody became the United States at the same time.
Yes.
Same thing with football. Not everybody had a football team at the same time. They gathered more.
All right, got it.
Okay. That's the best
good way to put it.
Yeah, right? I mean, yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah, you're welcome.
So you grew up here in Jacksonville?
Yeah, born and raised.
Which side?
West side.
Oh, nice.
West side?
Yeah,
nice.
I don't know. Sometimes I accidentally go there. And I'm like,
I
drove over the bridge again.
You either are born over there or you accidentally end up there. That's literally... I grew up off of Normandy Boulevard.
Normandy Boulevard. Yeah. I definitely turned around there several times.
Yeah. Until I was 21, I lived off of Normandy, but I spent most of my time in Mandarin. And when I was a teenager... middle school. I didn't go to the schools on my side of town. You thought they would have caught Crown a lot earlier on.
Yeah, right. People are like, no, she's from the west side. That's how they say it there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I learned Spanish in high school, I went to Mandarin High, and I couldn't roll my R's. I still cannot roll my R's. And so my Spanish teacher, she's like, and they call you your Spanish name. So my Spanish name was Jessica. So my real name is Jessica, so it's Jessica. She goes, Jessica, you have what we call a hick accent. Thank you. I was not aware. How do you say crown in Spanish? ¿Cómo se dice crown?
Yeah, I started learning Spanish multiple times. I think this is the third or the fourth time I'm chugging along on Duolingo. And I sent a message to Flo the other day when she lost her everything. I was like, ¿Dónde está? What did I say? ¿Dónde está mi dinero?
Where's your money?
Where is the money?
I know that.
I was pretty close, but she lost her wallet.
Oh,
but I didn't know.
I was like, what is?
What but she was like, what? It was so fun. So anyway, my Spanish is not, but it's supposed
Isn't it easier to learn another language when you...
I'm pretty sure it's definitely easier.
When you learn,
I do a bunch of other
stuff.
Yeah.
I learned French a couple of years ago.
French
so you know French?
Hard.
Yeah. See, I mean, no, that's Spanish.
Wow. Sure, you know French.
No, I don't, but I did learn. I've been on 140-day Duolingo stretch.
Oh, wow.
So that was crazy. And I can read it, but the way they speak, it's impossible. It's
French?
Imagine Mexicans, but worse. Not Mexican speaking. Not Mexican speaking.
The Mexican
French. People
itself, or
the way they speak Spanish very fast and they cut off the word. I did. I'm sorry. I did. I wasn't racist.
You gotta be specific. You gotta be Pacific. Be Pacific. Be Pacific.
Specify
when you're being racist. Be Pacific.
No, I mean they cut off the half of the word. So I started watching a lot of Emily in Paris. Because I'm a huge fan of Emily in Paris right now.
Never heard of it.
My mom loves
You're
that show,
kidding.
too.
All right, there's only 3 seasons so far. They're working on the 4th season.
Oh, good.
You didn't watch it either?
No, my mom watches it.
I'm probably her age. But it's pretty cute. Anyway, I try to learn French. Of course, I don't speak French, but it's a cool language. So now I started learning Spanish.
I think it depends on what language. Like if you learn Russian, it doesn't mean it's easy to learn like Arabic or something.
Right.
You know, like if it's completely different languages and rules, but
say,
rules wise, you learn that different verb tenses and stuff. So I guess it can help a little any language, but if they're like so different, then.
So I heard like once you can learn English, like the rest is easy, and I'm like,
I don't know about that.
English is, I think, is one of the easier languages.
It's easy because it's all around you. Like every product is English, every advertisement is in English. So
But I mean the verb tenses, we don't even have as many like in all these other languages. They have so many different ways to, and we just have like present, past, future, and they have like present, future tense and past.
But we also have like the word sail and what sail.
We have it right. Yeah.
I mean, like sailing. Is it on sale? Is it for sale?
It can be really tricky with it. Yeah.
So I mean,
and we have an exception to every rule too. It's not like there's a rule and you can follow it. It's not. Well, you can break the rule this time, and it can be confusing.
Oh yeah. Like I don't even know what you guys are talking about right now. Because I learned English from movies. I'm like, all right, this is how they speak, and that's how I spoke. South Park and Quentin Tarantino movies.
I mean, that's how. That's the only way to learn. To be honest, they should start showing that in school.
You don't need to know anything else.
And Tarantino movies, nice.
Yeah. Well, the reason was because I've seen these movies and shows in Hungarian, so I came here and I was like, I knew what they were saying.
Okay.
Right? And then I watched it in English. I'm like, okay, this is that phrase.
That probably helped.
Yeah. So
That's
it was
smart.
more like understanding context.
Gotcha.
Like my brother came here many years before I did, and there was, I don't know if he didn't have a lot of availability for videos, but anyway, he learned through music. So he learned the music lyrics and stuff like that. And I was doing videos and movies. So.
How long have you lived here now?
I moved in 2003, so you do the math. It's been a long time. 20 it
was 2023, so that's pretty easy. I could do that math. That's
all
20
right,
years.
there you go.
I could do that math. Don't ask me next year. I'm out.
Dude, that didn't even occur to me until you said it. I'm like, damn.
I think it's because I'm a 90s. I'm a 90s baby. I was born in 1990, so I know how old I am because of the year.
I mean, that's how people work. You know how old you are because you know when you were born.
No. But see, listen.
Clarify. Pacify.
Let me pacify. Because last year, all year, I was like, I was turning 20 or 20. I wish I was turning 20. I was turning 32.
Okay.
So the whole year, I'm like, I'll be 32. So when it was my birthday, I was like, wait, how old am I? I'm like, no. I am 32 now because it is this year.
Yeah.
It's hard sometimes when you don't know how old you are.
I don't know. Like after 30, we had kids. And after that, everything was just like gone. And I'm like 45 now. I'm like, damn.
Are you really?
Because of the kids? Or?
Because of the kids, I'm 45 now.
Everything's gone.
Pacify.
One more time.
No, it's just the time goes so fast. Especially once you get into the routine. Like I do open mics almost every day, or I have the kids, If I date somebody, we hang out on the other weekends. So time goes super fast.
Yeah, I don't accept that next week is Thanksgiving.
Right?
Crazy. The whole year is gone.
Crazy.
Because somebody was on a call earlier and they're like, next week being Thanksgiving. And I'm like,
what?
That's so weird. It's not. Oh God, it is. I'm like, okay.
Right? Yeah, it hit me this week too. I'm like, dang. And my family didn't. Actually, my cousin texted me today. We're doing Thanksgiving. I was like, oh, we are? Okay.
I mean, I plan to eat that day anyway.
Right. Regardless.
Oh, man.
Cranberry sauce.
See you? Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to white people. No flavoring Thanksgiving coming up. Mm-hmm. Shout out. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited about what to eat on that day, what I look forward to.
That's okay. That was me Sunday for the game. Like our guys, we tailgate. Like, I mean, because a long time we've sucked. So the best part was tailgating.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And so our guys, like we have one professional chef and just another guy who's like a bomb ass cook.
Oh,
So
wow.
we have a menu for every tailgate. And
Wow.
you can donate and you just show up. They cook everything there and you eat. This last one was Asian fusion.
Nice.
We had pancit, we had garlic fried rice, we had chicken skewers, we had
What?
pork skewers,
That's crazy.
shrimp, teriyaki, chicken teriyaki, beef teriyaki, lumpia.
That
Wow.
sounds great.
I was upset about the game, like I said, but I was like, man, the whole week I was like, I'm excited for the game, but I'm so excited to eat. Like, can't wait. We had like Chinese donuts. I mean, we had like a full just.
I went
That
all
is
out.
crazy.
Oh yeah, they do
Sounds
an amazing job every time. And I'm like, tailgate food shouldn't be this good.
Yeah.
Right.
And it is.
So wait a
It
second.
sounds-
So you guys set everything up, cook, and then before the
Yeah.
game you pack it up and you
Yeah.
go watch the game. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
a lot. That definitely sounds 10 times better than the Thanksgiving I'm going to.
I know. I'm like, can we just go tailgate, guys?
Sounds better.
We can do tailgating anytime. It doesn't have
Right.
to be a game night. You know, or a
I mean,
game
that's what I'm
day.
saying. Like, we don't have to get together for tailgates for just a game, you know? It's like, the tailgate where I go to, anyways, is crazy. Like, we do Spin the Casa, which shout out to those guys because they're genius. They invented this thing now where it's a lazy Susan, and they built it around the tequila bottle. So it's Casa Amigos tequila.
Okay.
And they built the thing around it so the bottle won't fly off. So it's spin the bottle,
Okay.
but now it's on a lazy Susan, so it won't fly everywhere.
That is crazy.
You spin it.
Okay.
And then whoever it lands on takes a shot.
Oh,
okay.
damn. I thought you were going to say like 3-way makeout session.
Oh, no. No. Well, I mean, if you do the Casa table too many times, it could end up that way. It could
Clean
end
it
up-
the real way now.
Yeah.
So we
It's
have
me
the-
again.
Yeah. Oh, no. So we have the Casa table that we do. We do Circle Up, which is like a bunch of us run around screaming, yelling, and then you shotgun a beer every half hour. I mean... So we always win
Nice.
tailgate. We don't always win the game, but we always win tailgate. So I was like, can we just do that for Thanksgiving? That sounds way better.
That
and
sounds-
less family drama.
That sounds like fun.
Do
Like,
you,
That
do you
does.
do Thanksgiving?
well, I do with my family.
Yeah.
Mostly on like the American family. Well, my brother is Hungarian, but he moved here a long time ago, so they
Okay.
do Thanksgiving. And sometimes I hang out with them.
Okay.
And yeah, with the kids too. So
do you do
yeah.
any cool food?
Yeah, same ham.
Same ham.
Yeah, my brother is a really good cook, so he usually takes care of the food, like everything, pretty much. You know, from turkey, whatever. Sometimes for Christmas I do like a Hungarian dessert. It's like poppy seed bread.
Oh.
That's a dessert?
Oh, it's so good. Well, if you like sweet stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Always.
No,
Yeah.
Every day.
As Flo ate her donut.
Yeah.
Like,
The only one.
I was getting to it.
You're making me look bad
All right, hold on.
here.
I'm going to take a bite of my donut now.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, you guys eat donut. I will. I will eat it later.
You just wanted the plate for
Yeah.
show.
What
Yes.
plate? This is not. It's not
The
fancy
display.
plate. It's a IKEA plate from IKEA.
There's a label on this one, too.
What do you mean label? Oh, because that's IKEA too.
Because
Yeah,
you're
right.
playing.
It's funny. It's funny you brought up that label. I never take anything out of the packaging. Like my TV had the, the frame,
That's like the
plastic on it for
really?
years. Until somebody came over and just yanked it up. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm the same.
I'm like,
This is nice stuff.
I know, right?
My laptop, probably 10 years, had the plastic
Oh, really?
on the
Protector
top.
over it?
Yeah.
Yeah, over the top. Like it had back in the day, it had one on the top.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone ripped it off. They thought, like, why is this here? And I'm like, 10 years, man.
Wow.
10 years.
That's crazy. And now it's all scratched up.
I think I sold it that year.
I was actually pretty impressed at like keeping a laptop 10 years is what I thought of.
Yeah. It
Depending on
was
what kind of laptop
all
you have,
through
you get to
college.
keep that.
HP.
Oh, wow. That's even more impressive.
Wow. HP used to be really good.
Yeah.
Like
Until they weren't.
until they because they got sold to IBM maybe or something like that.
Oh, that checks out. Those guys laid off my dad, so yeah.
Or maybe it was
I hope they don't
2000,
sponsor you guys anytime soon.
yeah, maybe it was 2007 to 2015.
Wow.
Do
you remember
maybe
who
it was
did
8,
it?
maybe it was 8
Do you
years.
remember who did it? Who did it? We're going to come after them.
Someone in Brazil. I was studying abroad.
Oh,
Living
wow.
over there.
Oh, wow. So do you speak
And
a
that's
different
where I
language
sold
too?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Portuguese.
You speak Portuguese? Wow.
Yep.
I'm doing good too.
Si.
Speaking. Yeah. Donde está el baño?
There it is.
That's about all I got.
That was Spanish.
Well, some of it crosses over.
All right, so
It does. It does.
So wait a second. Is it the same? Like how percentage-wise? Like how close it is? Is it?
It's very close, but then at the same time, there's some very different words that you're like, whoa, what? Mm-hmm. But it's funny. The Brazilians say that, or Portuguese speakers say they can understand Spanish easily, like they can understand it, but vice versa, Spanish speakers don't necessarily understand Portuguese right away because some of the words are so different. But yeah, I don't know. It's deep shit.
It is
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do they have bullfights also,
in Spain?
But well, they don't have it anymore because they are in the union.
They don't have it in Spain anymore.
You can
I
still
saw
do
a
the
bullfight.
You can still do the bull run.
Oh, okay. So I was like, I thought
Running
I just
of the
knew
bulls
somebody
or
who did
running
that.
with the bulls, but not. I think Romain.
Yeah, he did. Which
So-
I don't know if he actually ran or not, but he was there.
It is crazy if you watch any of
I would
this.
never.
You are actually running in front of bulls. Who
Yeah.
wants to do that?
That's scary.
Yeah.
I already have bad back problems. Like,
No, it's
I'm not
crazy.
trying to-
So how is it more humane to run with them than to fight them? I mean,
Well,
like,
when
I
you're
kinda
fighting them,
get
they
it.
were stabbing them with
Oh.
spears to death.
okay.
And
They
running is you are just running.
I know. I don't have. It's hard to have an opinion about it. They eat.
No, it's
they
pretty
eat,
easy.
They eat,
Don't do it.
They eat them after.
Do they really?
I saw a bullfight in Spain. Yeah.
Yeah, but
It was tough to
it's
watch.
torture. No,
Really?
it's not like, hey, I'm gonna cut your
Well,
throat.
they try
and
to
you bleed
get-
out fast.
Yeah.
They
It's
try
like-
to get it in the right in the back of the spine, so it.
Yeah, but they're
dies.
trying to do it like 15 times.
You're right, and it's horrible. You're right. It is horrible.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's-
Like,
yeah, it's horrible.
But when in Rome.
Yeah, I had
Right.
to. I was there.
Yeah, you had
so-
to. Might as well just throw a spear into them. But
That's
anyway,
wild.
so they don't have bullfights anymore because of the union.
Wow.
There's a union for bulls.
No, for Europe. I mean, that might be.
Oh, all right. I mean, I'm just making
what I'm
sure.
thinking. That's what I'm like.
Usually unions
Didn't know
protect
that.
those. Like, so I'm just,
The labor
wow.
laws of the bull.
yeah. I was like, man, PETA, watch out. We're gonna start with unions for animals.
They're trying to pass a law or something now that you can hire a lawyer for your dog or something. Like, in Florida, it was in
Really?
Tallahassee. Yeah.
For your dog.
Yeah, for animals. I'm like, we don't have bigger problems right now. You know, like hire a lawyer for your fucking dog. You know,
Listen, I know I'm white.
but you want to hire a lawyer for your dog?
I am not white people hire a lawyer for my dog. White. I mean, unless you really needed it, maybe. But I don't even have a lawyer.
Right.
Right? Like, and my dog was from the shelter. So I feel like if anybody, she would probably need a lawyer more than some like other kind of, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause she's a mix. She's a pit mix. So
Yeah.
it's like she'd be the one who would need the lawyer the most. So, I don't know. Why would you even need a lawyer for your dog?
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I only read, this is how I write jokes. I read headlines.
Yep.
And
I'm
you
like-
hope somebody else knows the rest of the information.
Yes. I'm like, this is hilarious. But just
That's
from the
funny.
headline, right? So
Yeah.
I started brainstorming. I never actually read what happened.
Yeah.
Which, sometimes it backfires tragically. But sometimes it works.
Yeah, I think I'll have to go search for that now. 'Cause now I'm just intrigued
Yeah.
by like, why would my dog need a lawyer? I mean, unless like
I mean,
she
I
got out and bit
assume
somebody.
biting, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but what is the case? Like, where were you 2 days ago at 8:45, dog?
As you can clearly see, the blood on her lips is not A positive.
Can you imagine a dog line up? I don't know, officer. These dogs look all the same to me.
Right,
Like,
exactly. Like,
racist
why?
or
Exactly.
whatever.
Why? Because they're all pits. Don't pits' lives matter? Oh Lord, made it cancel before I'm even anybody.
PLM.
Watch out.
You know what though? I did always say if I did get canceled, at least like people would know me at that point.
Yep.
No, you can't. Like, that's the thing. When we are this little. I don't. Can we get canceled? I don't know. Maybe we can get kicked out.
That's how
of
you get your break.
All open mics.
That's how.
You know.
Listen, I'm already banned from a club or two. So. Like,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
You?
Yeah.
I've seen your material.
It wasn't for my material. But...
Okay, this is how I look at banning and canceling. If somebody is darker than me, I'm like, okay, maybe I can see that. But other than that, I'm like, what? Why? You know, like, it doesn't make sense.
I did. I got banned, and he owns 2 rooms, so technically I'm banned from those 2 rooms.
Is it
Dang
local? Is it
it.
local here or
Not in Jacksonville. No, it is in Florida. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Is
The
it-
closest one's Palm Coast.
Nice.
And then the other one is New Smyrna Beach.
Oh, wait a second. Oh, my gosh. I remember now. That was you.
Okay.
I remember. I remember. I'm so glad you're on this podcast right now. This is our big break, Flo.
Ooh, yes.
Do you know anything about that?
I want to know more.
Oh, my God.
I'm
So I
excited.
remember. Okay. So when he opened one of the first one down there, I was on the third show. I was a normal comic. I did like 12, 14 minutes. I was on a showcase. No, they didn't have open mic back then.
Okay.
They wanted normal comics, and I did really well. And I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I sent people there. I'm like, hey, check it out. They started the open mic. You do the mic. You do well, and then you go. And at one point, either beginning of this year or was it last year? I don't know. You went down there for a show, and then I just saw these bizarre video clips and stuff like that. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah.
So, because I never heard your side of the story, I only just
saw what happened.
And pieces
Yeah.
and people like a
Talked
legend talking about like,
Really?
hey,
I
this
love
is what
that.
happened.
A legend was
Legend.
born.
I look at legendary like this, you know.
Oh man, I love that.
So okay, so what happened?
What had happened was, okay, so I went down to the show, and it was a showcase. I think we had like 5 comedians booked, and I get there, and he tells us then the lineup. So I think it was like we were all doing like 15 minutes apiece. And he was like, well, I want, he's telling me, I want you to close out the show. And I'm like, okay, cool. Had a packed house, nice room. I mean, it's not, it is, it's a nice place. I mean, he does have people that come. And that particular night was a private event. It was sold for real estate agents. So it was a booked out room, real estate agents, whatever. He goes up there as the host / owner, right? And he does 30 minutes right off the top. So 30 minutes in, first comedian gets up there.
The host
/ owner does 30 minutes.
First.
Yep. Then he brings on the first comedian. So again, we have like 5 people. And in between each comedian, he's doing like 10 to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I mean, like it grows longer and longer the more and more drunk he gets. Then he starts picking on people in the audience.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's always a good move, by the way.
Yeah. And then one girl in particular, he keeps just going at. And it was a very weird show. Some comedians did great. Some of them not. It was a glorified open mic, like is what I'm going to call it. And, and it's these people paid for the entire room for the night. So like, you should really be given your best, right? Not saying that it was me or not, but like whatever.
Sure.
So I come out and about to go on, or I'm waiting to go on, and he does like 20 minutes before I'm the last comedian. Half the room has already left. So like I said, we had like, 100, 120 people. I mean, like packed room. People started slowly walking because again, he's making people upset. Then they do a raffle. While he's ranting about everything, he does a raffle before I go up. No one told me, and I was like, all right, whatever, And then he starts going at the girl again. And she's saying stuff, he's saying stuff, she's saying stuff. She starts crying.
Whoa.
And he's just going. And he's getting mean. He's just being mean. It's not funny, he's being mean. And I look at the club manager, or whatever she is, like the supervisor or whatever, and I'm like, hey, we need to light him. We need to start getting him off stage. And she was like, trying to light him. I don't know what to do. I look at the DJ, who's his girlfriend. I'm like, you need to start music. Like,
That's
like,
so awkward if that's the girlfriend of the guy.
Yeah, an owner, right? So I'm like, you need to start like award showing him off the stage, right? And she's like, just give it a second. I'm like, no, this is embarrassing. This is painful. Like, I've been waiting for like 25 minutes now to go up. I was like, we should just end the show. Like, I don't even want to go on and deal with this. Like, I should just leave, whatever. I look at the bartender, the only other male who's very frail compared to the owner. I'm like, you need to go like pull him, and they're like, oh, he always gets like this when he drinks too much. Yep. And I'm like, okay. So I let that, we had this conversation, this debate for 5 minutes. So finally I look at them and I go, I'm going to go take the mic. Like, I'm going to go up there and I'm just gonna go. Right? I was like, because this is terrible.
It's time.
This is terrible. This is horrible. Like, we just need to. And so, and the manager chick, she goes, okay. Nobody else said a word. I go up. I'm like, all right, give it up for, this guy. And he looks at me just like, I was like, all right, hey guys, I'm JPAW, da-da-da. And he storms out of his club. I do my set. I do the best that I can because more people have left. So I probably have maybe 20 to 25 people at this point. We started with 100-something people. I have 20 people. Try to make light. I did less time than intended because it's dragged on this long, whatever. I end my set. I grab my stuff. And I'm like, peace out. By the way, we're not paid. We are not paid. Okay? We are not paid for this.
All right.
Okay? Let me add that.
You could have easily left it.
Yeah, you should have.
But
yes, I should have. But I mean, usually when you hear the word showcase, as a comedian, you are booked.
Right.
You sold out the venue to a private event, so you made plenty of money.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
You've made plenty of money. And usually on a showcase show, anyways, this guy charges probably 20 to 25% a head.
Oh, wow.
So there's no reason why you can't compensate some of your comedians, at least, whatever.
Something.
Yeah. And again, I drove from Jacksonville to New Smyrna Beach, was, whatever. So I go to leave, and he follows me out of the club. Walking behind me, audience is leaving. He follows me out of the club. He goes, hey, JPAW. I'm like, fuck. And I go to turn around, and I was like, yeah. He goes, what exactly went through your mind? Like, what were you thinking when you did that? And I was like, really? What were you? What have you been thinking this whole night, my guy? I just looked at him and I said, you know what? You're drunk. I'm in a very bad mood. We should not have this conversation right now. We're outside of your club.
Fair enough.
There's audience still walking out. This is not an appropriate time. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to be very upset with you on anything that you say. So I try to leave again, and he's still coming at me. And I park behind the club, so he's like following me. And he is just yelling and screaming at me. He was like, that's so fucked up. I can't believe you did that. Like, what exactly were you thinking? Da 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 da. He's like, all these people are sitting there having a great time. And I was like, dude, you went at this girl for like 20 minutes and made her cry.
Yeah, everybody's having a good time.
Yeah. I said, nobody was getting you off the stage. I said, so honestly, I feel like I kind of might have helped you in some ways with your reputation here. Cause like, if you want to keep this club, like you need to chill out. And so I said, everybody over here was talking about how you do this all the time. And there's this. He's like, oh, you talking about so-and-so? Talking about his staff. Well, let's get them out here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's awkward.
So his girlfriend is already standing there. And so he goes and pulls the manager and pulls the bartender. And of course, they're going to double down. It's their job. And I don't expect them to say anything for me.
No, he pays them.
Right. I mean, I hope he does because he doesn't pay the comedians. So I hope he pays them.
Right.
And so I'm just like, you know what, dude? Leave them out of this. You're not gonna bully these people into saying something. I was like, I did what I did. I stand by it. You're an asshole. Like, whatever. And he was like, you know what? I should, I'm, just going off. I said I should have been banned for another time because I had to cancel on him last minute, which was like 2 hours before showtime, but he didn't check his phone until 2 days later. So I should have been banned that time, but he like gave me the benefit of the doubt. And he was like, he's like, and I trusted you to close out the show. He's like, I knew that you had it in you to close it out. And I was like, this ain't got nothing to do with my capabilities. Like, I know I'm more than capable of closing out your show.
That's not what we're talking about right now.
Exactly. I was like, and I did it. And he's like, oh, so what you're really upset about is me doing like 5 minutes in between and this and that. I was like, bro, dude, look at what time it is. Like, look what time the show started. So you walked an entire room.
Yeah, right.
As an owner, you should be upset that your headliner had 20 people at the end of the show.
Yeah.
What? And you were the cause of it. Like, so he's screaming at me. I'm going back at him. And I'm like, dude, I need to go. Like, I need to leave, whatever. And he's coming at me again. And I said, you don't take care of your comedians. You don't.
Oh, you said that?
Oh, I said it to him. Yeah. I said, you don't take care of your
I would have
comedians.
spoke my mind too.
Yeah. I said, you don't take care of your comedians. And the girlfriend goes, well, actually, he, and I said, I'm not talking to you. So I was like, we're not in this. I'm not talking to you. And he gets in my face, screaming at me. You don't fucking look at her. You don't fucking talk to her. You don't say shit to her. And I stepped back for 2 seconds and I was like, oh, hell no. So I get back in his face like, I'm a crazy redhead from the West Side. Like, you don't step to me, bro. So I was like, dude, you're going to be fucking lucky if this place is alive in the next 5 years. I said, especially if you're acting like this in front of, audience members. You treat your people like shit. You don't pay comedians, but you make them do all the work and clean up after you. I said, all you do is sit around here and drink. I mean, this whole thing. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. And he's like, you know what? You're banned from here. You're never coming back here again. And I was like, oh no, how will I ever survive not being on a free showcase? Like, how will I ever do it? And so I get very sarcastic when I'm mad. Like,
nice.
Oh yeah.
And so he gets more pissed off. And I was just like, fuck this entire place, whatever. And meanwhile, there's like 2 comedians left that are watching it.
Uh-huh.
Not saying anything. Everybody else had kind of left. But I said something about, like you embarrass even the other comedians. Like they left. They didn't even say goodbye to you. They like, well, so-and-so had to go. Nah, bro, come on.
Right.
You always think the owner. You always think the MC. You always think the people who had you there. And so he's like, whatever, did it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this place. I'm out. So again, I try to leave. And he's still following me. I mean, just coming towards me. And so then he's talking about my weight. He's like, oh, you're fat. Of course. Yeah, exactly. Right. He's like, oh, you fat bitch. Da, 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 da. And I was like, oh, wow.
That's what?
Like, I didn't just talk about me being fat on stage. Cool. Like, whatever.
He's definitely out of control.
Yeah, he's going off on me. And then I was wearing a choker that night. Like a necklace, and then he tells me that I need this one was actually pretty good. I'll give him this one. He said that
something you can use.
Yeah, he goes,
keep going. I can use that.
Yeah, he goes, you need a tire to wear around your neck as a choker. And I was like, all right, that was a little bit more innovative. That was a good one. So I told him that his girlfriend was very lucky to have him. I was like, your girlfriend is so lucky to have you. And then like right before I got my car, I said, by the way, your tiny dick is showing. So that all happened, and then
I knew nothing about this, so I'm like so super happy right now.
Got all the details.
All the details are out.
And I did like a Facebook Live like on the way home a little bit, and then I did like the video of me taking the mic from him.
Yeah, so I remember that, and I remember your post.
Yeah,
like posting.
Yeah, and I did like I said some stuff the next day or whatever, and he came at me on social media.
Yep.
Saying shit.
Not surprised.
And then so I went and blocked him from everything, and then. I don't even think I put this out there. And then like 2 days later, there was a email trying to give me a cease and desist. That they are going to seek legal action.
From a dog lawyer.
Oh, if I didn't delete the video.
Oh.
And I was like, well,
wow.
I never
said
works,
I think
it's not. I was like, first of all, the name of the name of the place, the club, was not in the video of me taking the microphone from him. Is no displayed there. You can figure it out.
Sure. I mean, comics know.
Yeah, right.
But comics already know the story. Well, kind of.
And if you look at my social media, you can figure out like where I was.
Right.
But I know somebody who was a lawyer, and I was like,
I mean,
is there any
we know several lawyers.
And they were comedians. So I was like, is there any gravity to this? And they're like, psh, nah. And because they try to say I wasn't allowed to record. And I was like, false.
You always are allowed to record as a comedian.
Well, they told, I was like, he told me where to set up my phone to record. And everybody else on the show that night has a recording.
Right.
There you go.
So
everybody has a recording.
So I came back at them and I said, if you don't stop reaching out to me and harassing me, I will sue you.
Sure.
There you go.
And never heard from again.
Right.
There
Until somebody posted something about how they had a fallout with him, and I was like, man,
oh, yeah.
shocker. And I was like, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I hope, da-da-da. And he came at me a little bit, and I was like, I'm not. You're just, and he was posting underneath his club's name.
That's
so unprofessional. And
yeah.
These people live in their bubble over there in their world, and they will never get out of there.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's it. And hey, have fun. Like, enjoy your show.
Right. And that's why I was told he opened these clubs, was because he couldn't get booked anywhere anymore because of how he was.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's what I was told.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Maybe that's what I need to do. Dang it.
There it is.
Opening clubs, dude.
I mean, listen,
Bring your babies. Or dead.
I mean, and for a while, like I would run into people and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm
No, that's crazy.
They'd be like, "Oh, I'm not working there," or "I am working there. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't care. Just be careful.
Yeah.
Either way, know that this is how it is.
Know what you get into.
Yeah, just know you're not getting paid."
Right.
And he's like, if you do my show enough times, I'll like bump you up to a feature on the weekend. Come on, bro. Like for who?
Honestly,
for who?
Other than that first time that I performed there, I haven't even seen him in the club. So he's not there.
Well, he's there. He's back now, I guess. Because like for a while he took a hiatus.
Maybe
after
that's
that
what
happened.
It was. Yeah.
He took a hiatus, and I said, I hope he's getting help. I hope he's better. Update: he's not. I guess he's back in his feels. But what I had found out though is the girlfriend, she paid for the club.
Oh, really?
Or fiance or whatever.
Sure. I mean, that's how these people work out eventually. You know what I mean?
So that's why she was actually the one who emailed me.
Oh, the cease and desist?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, all right.
I mean, they're trying. Here's the funny thing is, because if he said you were embarrassed yourself, they wouldn't care about the video, right?
Exactly.
So it's a total proof that they were embarrassed by this whole situation.
Good point.
And he was wrong.
Good point.
And, you know what I mean? Otherwise, who the fuck cares what you are posting on anywhere? You know what I mean?
Right,
Good
exactly.
Point. Good point.
And I was like, I should have recorded the whole outside.
Right.
Yeah, be careful. That's
that
the
whole
part.
time.
As a
so
female comic, you go somewhere and you cannot even trust the other comedians.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, and, I've always kind of been on my own. I don't know about you, Flo, if you've ever had an altercation or an interaction with the club owner or the comedian. I mean, I know shit happens, but that was the closest one where I've been like, it was a dark parking lot.
Oh, I know the part.
It's completely pitch black.
Yeah.
And I'm getting closer and closer to a corner where there's absolutely nobody's going to see me.
That's
and
scary.
Two other comedians. Now, not saying that they had to jump in. That wasn't the fight for them. But it was one of those things like, I am completely and utterly alone.
That's scary.
Especially in fucking Gatorland.
Right. Because it's like, there's like the water's right behind his club.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like literally it's on like the...
It's right there.
No, it's not a canal. I don't know if it's a canal or a river.
I don't know. There's some small thing.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the ocean is close by, but it's not like on the ocean, right?
No, but the water's like right there. It's like over the bridge and like there's water.
I was kicked out on Thursday on my birthday, but
from where?
But I wasn't alone. I was just
from the open mic.
Support. I think I had support.
From the mic?
No. Just heavy drinking. Birthday. It was my birthday.
I got kicked out from karaoke bars. Regular bars.
I love karaoke bars.
Right.
The Korean karaoke bar on Beach Boulevard.
Yeah.
I got kicked out from there. Not proud of it.
It happened.
But it was after my divorce. Like my divorce was finalized. We are like, let's go out. Ooh, somebody else's birthday, and you can bring your own beer there.
Yes.
So somebody showed up with a cooler the size of this table.
Wow.
Styrofoam, because it's gonna come in later in the story.
Foreshadowing.
So, did you take a bath in it?
So wait, so they brought their own drinks, and I had to buy drinks there. They didn't have ice, so I drank. They gave me 5 beers with no ice, and I'm like, I'm not gonna drink warm beer.
Yeah,
I'm gonna chug down this 5 beer as fast as possible.
Nice strategy.
That's how much I remember.
I mean,
and then videos started surfacing. I was doing Light My Fire by the Doors, which is a 14-minute song with 2 minutes of singing part. And the rest of the time I was doing comedy. But I didn't do comedy at that time. What I thought was comedy. And the end of the night ended up, I was like walking around drinking everybody's drink from the small table. Oh, and I also went into other rooms. You don't know, Korean karaoke bar. Separate rooms for everybody. Like
it's the best business concept.
It is
ever.
just with your friends in a room doing karaoke.
Oh, yeah, I think I'd been to one once in California.
It's such a cool idea.
So I tried to sit down on the styrofoam box, and the styrofoam box exploded.
I knew something had to do with you getting in that.
Yep. And
But there was no ice in it? There was no water or anything in it?
There was. I mean, after it exploded. No. I don't know. I didn't put my drinks in the ice box, which probably would have been smarter.
That was where my thought was. I'm like, so nobody brought any ice. Okay. And I'm like, unless you're the weirdo who like wants a cup of ice with his beer.
No. I'm not a weirdo. They gave me a bucket of an empty bucket with 5 beers with no ice.
That is weird, though.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Anyway, it was hilarious. I don't remember any of that. Like, I remember
How old were
getting
you?
there, like when my divorce was final, I don't know, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that.
Okay.
So, and the recovery process, when you get older, it's a lot longer process. It's not a hangover.
I already
day,
feel
or-
it. Yeah, I'm
It's like,
feeling it.
2 more days. I'm like, all right, I think I'm good now. But yeah, I had a good time.
That's what counts. You had a good
Yep,
night.
And that's why I don't drink. Like comedy, I cannot drink at all because
Yeah.
English is hard as it is for
Oh,
me.
yeah.
You know, I have to think.
Yeah.
And I just don't drink when there is a show. Now, open mic, sometimes I drink one.
My friend said that my argument, like I was trying to argue, like don't kick me out, and he's like, I was like telling him like, but I'm a comedian. In Jacksonville. Did I really say that?
Do you not know who I am?
Do you guys remember the...
You're gonna be so sorry
I'm like, damn, what
when
did
I talk about this on my podcast.
Talk about this
I'm like, what the... And apparently it was just like, I remember like one part of me trying to talk to her, but I don't remember saying that part. But I was like, why did I even get kicked out? My friend's like, I was just grinding everything.
That's what my
What the...
lady friend said.
There's like a back area to dance, like in the back of Pete's, you know, that
Oh, okay, yeah.
floating thing. And apparently
Yes.
I was trying to do like bachata rolls, like this dance move.
Wow.
And they're like, yeah, you need to go home. You're just too much.
You need a
No.
Damn, what the hell?
I'm a comedian. Give me a microphone.
Like we talked, if you were on the other side of beach,
Oh, true.
it would have been accepted.
True.
They would have joined in with you.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That,
You were just
yeah, I'm
was
like,
just-
what? I'm gonna, and yeah, it was just me and some friends, and we're just
Right.
having a good time. It's
Sounds
not like I was.
like-
Well, like, what? I mean, what are the reasons you normally get kicked out? Like,
overly
Not
drunk,
having
fall
a good
asleep,
time.
fall asleep at a bar.
okay.
I've known people to do that. You cannot fall asleep at a
I
bar.
thought it was more like angry, starting
yeah.
fights. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah, that's the main thing. But yeah, you can't
mean,
fall
don't
asleep
start a
at a
fight.
bar.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just humping
You
a
were
fucking
humping
pole.
things. I'm
I mean, I can see if you were humping people that didn't want to be humped. Like
that
would
part, sexual harassment.
right. That checks out. That check. Are you
Yeah.
sure it was a pole?
It was like a wooden.
Okay.
Yes, it sounds like a pole.
Oh, so I was like,
If you
did
go
you
there,
think it was a pole and it was like actually a person?
if
Like,
you go there,
know.
you'll remember me.
Yeah.
Because in the back porch area, there's
Yeah.
like this wooden little
that was
circular
like
thing.
the
with
tree at the Pearl. Everybody humped the tree at Pearl.
Yeah.
See, I'm
There was a
like-
tree. There was a tree in the middle of the dance floor at Pearl.
What happened to Pearl?
It went under because of bad management. But
Oh.
back in the day, you could go there on a Friday, and it was $15 all you could drink.
Damn.
Wells and domestics.
Wow.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was a
Bring
cool
that
little
back.
club. I liked it.
Dude, I
You know
love
that they
Pearl.
moved the tree.
No way.
So there is a club. Is that Myth?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they
right. They
moved
did
the
it
tree
to the
in
myth.
there,
but I
didn't know that was
that
the
place
tree.
is-
They just have a tree in there, and they're like, "This used to be at Pearl's." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay." You know,
I did.
Wow.
Well,
I didn't recognize
haven't-
the tree because they look alike to me. But
I haven't been. Wait, all trees look alike now.
Racist.
I haven't been to Myth, but I was there before Myth. What was it?
Underbelly.
No.
It's right-
Underbelly's further down. It was
Yeah.
like SSBCI or I forget the
Hourglass?
name.
When did it
No.
change to Myth? Because I might have been there before.
No,
as well. When did
Hourglass
that?
was on the corner.
Yeah,
I wonder how long it's been
the-
called Myth, though.
it's
It's been
5
called-
years.
Yeah, at
6
least.
Oh.
years?
Like I did, but I don't remember what was before.
It was like an abbreviation, I think, and it was like a techno
maybe.
type place.
Yeah, I
It was super weird.
I think
That's when I
I
went.
think- yeah, I
was
think
like,
I went
"Oh,
there
this is
Halloween once."
Not my vibe.
they had some.
I like that kind of vibes.
It was.
I will dance. I'll dance to some shit.
I mean, I will too, but just the whole vibe, I was like, "This is."
So girls dancing in cages is not
not-
your thing.
No, I don't think there was girls dancing in cages though.
I think I did see that.
Girls were
there.
just
Didn't
hanging
they?
in cages.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think there
Totally
was.
different vibe. I don't remember, but it was
I think there
weird.
was.
But I do have a lot of stories about the Pearl.
Nice. I only been there once, maybe twice, a long time ago.
Really?
Like a long time before kids. It's like 15 years
I
ago.
had, I got jizzed on my foot at the Pearl,
Nice. What was
and
that?
I had nothing to do with it.
Damn it! It wasn't your work.
It was not my work.
You were in the splash zone or something?
Yes, I was in the splash zone, dude.
Splash zone.
Like the tree of life. Okay.
No, seriously. Jeez,
Yeah, they were grinding over there, and there was the girl I went to high school with, actually.
Wow! Shout out.
Yeah, I went to high school with her, and there used to be a lot of divers that would go to the Pearl.
Okay.
Like there's some like diving school,
like scuba divers?
Yeah, like they do like the underwater welding thing.
Sure, yeah.
There's
I
like
mean,
a
there's
dive school for it, and so those guys would always hang out, and if they were at that club with the haircut, you knew.
Oh, okay.
They were the diving school. And so she was dancing with this guy. Her hand was in his pants, whatever. And like I'm dancing in close proximity to the tree. And I had on open shoes. I think I was like wearing flip flops or something like that. Yeah. And next thing I know, I just feel this warm
Good.
glue on my foot. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. And my friend at the time, she's like, what is wrong? And like all you see, like I just see the hand go back in the pant, like like to like fix the situation, and they leave, and I'm just yelling in the middle of the dance floor of the Pearl that I have jizz on my foot. And I then limp to the bathroom, which is a very long way.
Oh.
It's not that far, but like, it's a long
Lord.
way.
You have like a snail trail behind.
And I'm like pushing girls out of the way in line to get to the sink.
Priority.
And, like, yeah, I was like,
Wow.
Move out of the way.
Oh my God. And they're like, oh my God. And so like, I'm like, lifting my foot up onto the sink, trying to clean it off. And yeah,
Wow.
it was terrible.
That's a good story.
Man.
It was terrible. I was
Sounds like I
21.
should have gone to the Pearl more often.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
You could have had a pearl necklace. You could have a pearl anklet. Pearl anklet.
Toe ring.
Yeah, pearl toe ring, whatever you want. Oh God, I wonder. I know that she's not with him, but I wonder how he's doing today.
Oh, wait, you knew him?
I knew her,
Oh, okay.
but
But deep thought, is he
I mean,
still
it sounds
jizzing
like,
on women in public?
I mean, right?
How
Exactly.
is that
exactly.
going?
Exactly. If
Sounds
you're
like
out
a
there,
solid foundation for a relationship.
We want to
Comment.
know.
comment below. Do you still jizz on women's
Good
feet?
comment. C-U-M,
Comment. Oh yeah, like I could still. Well, it was.
No, that's gross. Even
was
if I jizz
terrible.
on my own toes, I'm like, ugh. My toes are hairy, so it's like,
Okay.
Oh no.
Wait, did I cross the
Oh
line?
no.
Never. There's
The
no lines to
comedian.
cross. No, not here.
It was yeah. That was. I remember like after that, I was like, maybe we shouldn't go to the Pearl for a while. 'Cause,
That
like,
is crazy.
Imagine you see that guy again the next weekend, and you're like,
Probably.
What if that's the only-
I probably
No,
have seen
that's-
him again there, but not with her again. Yeah.
There is no way you can do this to me outside. I'm not an outside kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Like-
I cannot come outside.
okay.
So I need
Yeah, that's-
comfortable
Environment.
environment, relaxing, candlelight
see.
maybe.
A dinner beforehand.
Yes. A good romantic movie. Like it takes a long time.
even when you were like younger.
Oh no, younger no.
Yeah, so say like yeah,
Oh,
maybe
okay, I see,
today,
you know, that
today,
makes
yeah,
sense.
but like younger, like you were in the 20s, like
No,
Yeah,
he
but
was
no,
probably
nobody
like that
jerked me
back
off
in
in
the
the
day.
club, and I definitely did not come on anybody's toes. Like what the?
wouldn't it be some M Night Shyamalan twist? Like, oh, by the way, it was Imre.
Plot twist.
It was you. I don't know.
That is
I probably did come across that. No pun. I probably saw him later in life. And I was probably, why do I know you? Where do I know you from? And,
Oh
like,
yeah.
you know, like you ever have those? Like,
Why
I
do you
know
always
from
wear
somewhere?
shoes? Why do you always wear shoes?
Right.
Even if it's 90
Right.
degrees outside.
Right.
Traumatized.
Yeah, trauma.
I mean, I would be traumatized too. Are you serious? Gross.
Yeah, yeah.
But can you imagine if you are the guy that's the only way he can come?
Is bite on somebody's foot
Oh.
or in a
No,
or
in
a
a
pub?
club.
Oh.
Like, oh my god, I can't wait for the weekend because all the clubs are closed.
He was aiming for your foot. Like, I want the foot.
Some people are into that, you know. Like,
You're right.
I don't know. I mean, to be fair though, like the whole situation is disgusting, right? But what
Sure.
are the odds for that trajectory?
Oh, yeah.
and where my foot was, like, I mean, like how much had to happen?
Do we have any mathematician listeners? Because what are the odds that you go to a club, somebody's jerking off, and you're? I think it's
Especially that far away. I mean, I gotta understand.
how
it's, like,
far
right-
was it?
I mean,
I used to be able to shoot really far.
At least here. Maybe a little bit further, but at least here to here.
I mean, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And how did it not cool? That's the thing. How did it not cool down? That's what I'm worried about. Like, oh, that was just some hot coffee.
It was.
All right. Are we done? Are you guys done with the glazed donuts? Or
Hot now sign is on.
Freshly from the oven. That is gross. I mean,
no, that's fun.
It reminds me of that.
So
story.
at least you didn't jizz on anybody at the Psst bar.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, you could have squirted on somebody.
Right. They're just humping freely, happily.
Yeah.
Humping the air.
Yeah, but no regrets. You know, that's no regrets.
No regrets, especially when you don't remember anything.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It comes back later in life, you know, when you're eating everything and maybe I'm craving cucumbers or what is that? I don't know.
Yeah, I always
Pickles.
love the days after stories is like that start to emerge. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
I might have done that.
Yeah, that was the night when I woke up in my own bed,
Oh, good
in
for
my
you.
underpants.
Okay.
I didn't remember how I got home or anything. So my friends shoved me in an Uber or something and they sent me home. And I didn't remember how I got in the house because I lost my keys. I'm like, wait a second. I'm inside. The keys are in here. And it was like a crime scene. A t-shirt here, socks there, pants.
But all of your clothes were inside?
Yeah, everything was
that's
inside.
a plus.
I know.
'cause,
I don't know how I made it up there. It was crazy. But I did.
And there were stairs involved?
Oh, yeah. I lived on a third
God.
floor.
Oh, my God.
It was crazy. An apartment
Good
complex.
times.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I hope I paid the guy at the Uber. You know, or maybe my friends paid it. I don't even know.
Thinking back, I think the techno scene might have a higher chance of that happening than like other scenes.
Oh, really? You think so?
I'm just thinking about what people
Ecstasy,
show
Molly.
up, right, and what is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I probably listen to everything. I do have my preference, but I'll go jump around and maybe I'll look for that guy. I'll be like, do you
Just
know?
put your feet out.
I'm on the lookout. Here's a photo of your foot.
Yeah. Do you recognize this foot? Does this foot turn you on in any ways? It might have to be like a pedicured foot first, because my foot's not pedicured.
Okay.
I want to make sure it looks good.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to picture it, man. It would have taken me a long time, like 50 minutes, 50 to an hour.
Oh, you're one of those, Imre? Jesus
I'm just like,
Christ.
trying to think. You know,
An
that's
hour?
an insane amount of time.
Be standing upright on a tree.
Moving because you don't want to just stand there. You have to pretend that you are dancing. You know,
I mean, yeah,
there's
I
a lot of
guess.
distraction. No, I can't do that.
I mean, there is a lot of distraction. Yeah, I mean,
He was focused on the foot, probably.
Probably.
His eyes were there the whole time.
This is my tune.
I've never heard somebody say, this is my jam, this is my tune. And I'm going to start saying that forever now. This is my tune. Everybody's like,
What do you say?
is this from the 20s? My jam.
I thought this is my... All right, whatever.
I'd like it. I like it. I like it. It's different.
It's different.
But this is my jam would have been funnier in this case.
Ew. I had toe jam. Gross. Gross.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Good times. I went from
Good
telling you
stuff.
guys about how I got kicked out of a comedy club to band life to jizz on my foot.
Hey, this was awesome. By the way, we've been talking for over an hour. Like, it's crazy because once you get into it, it goes really fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
and
thanks
you were
for
awesome.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Well, thanks for the glazed donuts. I even wore closed-toe shoes
It was
today.
hilarious.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this is a lot of fun. Gross. All right.
Gross.
Yeah. Tell us your socials, where we can find you.
Everything is actually JPAW 1002. I made it pretty easy.
JPAW 1002.
JPAW 1002.
has significance?
10:02?
October 2nd?
My birthday.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
End of November, but
yeah, whatever. I feel like it was just my birthday, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, October was like right here.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, it might be my next birthday. But, yeah. So, yeah, JPAW 10:02. Because, like, original JPAW is like just the word JPAW is taken.
Right.
Which is weird.
Didn't I send you a picture of a Megapaw? In Atlanta, I found a car.
Yeah.
The tag was Megapaw.
Yeah. I remember one time, a long time ago, it was one of those, I forget what kind of radio it was, but you had to put like, the encryption, like, so if you like, I'm not a robot before we did like the
captcha.
pictures. Yeah. And it was JPAW was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I had that picture somewhere in like my social
That's
media
funny.
somewhere, but it was weird. My friend sent it to me. It was like, look at what my encryption. I was like, what? That's weird.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, I don't have IMDb credits, but if you need to unlock a software, that's me.
All right, Flo, what are your socials?
Flow Funny. What up?
And mine is like, I am stand-up or whatever. Just Google my name. If there is another Emery comedian, I change it. Yeah, people are always like, do you want to say your last name? Nah, it's fine.
What is your last name?
Mehesz.
Mehesz?
Mehesz.
Mehesz? Oh,
means
that's-
beekeeper.
But your real name is...
Does it really mean beekeeper? Really?
Yeah.
It's Emery.
Yeah.
Yep. No
I mean,
one
that's
can
my
pronounce it. Yeah.
Well, normally it's pronounced Imre.
Imre.
Yeah.
I
So
thought it
close
was
enough.
Amir for like the
Oh, no,
longest.
people are like Emir,
Yeah.
Ermi.
Imre.
My landlord called me Ermi for 3 years.
Ermi.
Because
Like
she called me
Bert
the
and Ermi.
She called me the first time that I didn't want to correct her. And then she was like, Ermi.
yeah. Yeah, I get that. My last name gets butchered all the time too.
What's
so.
your last name?
Polish?
Oh, okay.
But that's why, like, the first time I ever went on stage, the dude messed it up, so I never went by my real
Yep.
name again. And I was like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and my JPAW's a nickname from cheerleading
Oh, okay.
a million years ago.
See,
so
I like
just-
the nicknames.
Yeah,
nicknames
It's
are
easier.
cool.
People remember longer.
right.
Yeah.
And they're
Like-
not going to screw it up.
Exactly. Because I'm like, polish isn't hard to say, but I guess when you look at it,
It
Right,
looks weird.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's spelled. It's spelled P-A-W. Polish.
it's spelled phonetically. So you
Right.
would think,
They could, but no.
they're trying to make it fancy.
Pavalish.
Yeah, they try to make it fancy. Like you'd be like in roll call. I'm sure it happened. Well, no,
Oh,
but
then-
you went to school and
Yeah, not in mine.
yeah,
but-
never mind. Like going to school, like people like say, you knew your name was coming up, but no, you didn't go to school up here, so never mind.
Yeah. All right, Fred, thanks for coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Thanks for having
sure.
me.
This was.
Time and
This
fun.
was fun.
So yeah, let's do a clap one more time, and then we are done. 1, 2, 3.